Let's talk men's hoops, Greg. What a game against Oregon on Tuesday night, like an all-timer. I consumed all 9 minutes and 53 seconds of your highlights that night and everything else that happened because it was so fun. So we were talking about at 3-0 with those 3 wins and that performance against Oregon. Are your expectations adjusted up for this team?
Yes, I now expect the first ever 4-0 start of the Mark Pope era as a result. So no, I mean, you talk about, comprehensive start to finish, no lulls, just kind of keep it going kind of games for BYU. And that is like an all-timer. It's a good basketball team in Oregon. I mean, it's tough to rank teams early. We don't really know what every team's going to look like, but this is a team that is most often in the Sweet 16 every year, and they're bringing enough back and preseason all-conference guys, and won their first 2 games going away against decent opposition. It's a good basketball team you beat. It's a good basketball team you took apart on Tuesday night. So, yeah, you have to be thinking even bigger and better. And, I mean, there's landmines all over the schedule. I do think that Oregon was the best team BYU will see until Gonzaga. But that said, you have all these in-state games still to play. You've got Creighton away from home. You got to go into Missouri State. There's enough landmines there to where, on the right night, anybody can get anybody. But I think you have to look at what's happened in the first 3 games and say, BYU should be, kind of penciled into the bracket right now. And let's see where high BYU can go in the rankings. Certainly, they'll be a top 25 team next week based on what they did this past week. So you want Oregon to do really well now. You want San Diego State to do really well now. You want Cleveland State to play well in the horizon and make those wins really stand up. But 3 wins against 3 NCAA tournament teams from the spring. The defense is getting it done, guys. 60 points is the most allowed in any game so far for BYU, and Oregon didn't get to 50. And the Cougars hadn't been to 70 yet, and they slipped right past that to 81 on Tuesday night. And they're doing this, guys. They've gotten some great performances from Alex Barcelo, like All-America type efforts from Alex Barcelo. T. John Lucas is coming along. Second night is feeling his way forward. But there are a few guys that have just gone up to so-so starts. But they'll come back big and come back strong because they have the reps in the past. They have the games in the past. So once this team starts getting everyone kind of playing closer to their potential, sky's kind of the limit for this group right now. Because these are 3 really hard-earned wins by getting just enough of the right guys on those 3 nights to get 3 W's. But they're an even better team than I think they've even shown through the first couple weeks.
Greg, because that win was so dominant against Oregon, 32-point win, just a dominating performance. Jarom and I are of the opinion that BYU is not just going to be a top 25 team, but probably a top 20 team. How high do you think BYU will enter the rankings when the new ones come out?
Yeah, I felt that it was, worthy of something in the top 20. They were 29th, right, last week or this week in the AP poll. And there's enough variance early where you can see some pretty drastic shifts from one week to the next. It kind of felt like you could find yourself in the top 20. But certainly if kind of Oregon and BYU met in the middle, that might also be something to be expected as well. If they each drop and gain by the same amount, that might make a little bit of sense as well. Either way, they're in the poll. And once you're in the poll, you're in the consciousness. As long as you keep winning, string a few more games together. Mark Pope's been one of those guys that when the team loses 1, they rarely lose 2. I think their first ever back-to-back losses came Gonzaga, UCLA at the end of last year. So, they rarely take themselves out of a position to be thought of once they take maybe an L. So this could be a situation where BYU kind of stays in the national consciousness from a basketball standpoint, most of the year.
I've noticed that the artwork has been good typically in the room that you stay in. Today it's very plain, Greg. I would like your thoughts on this. Greg, can you hear us? Greg, can can you hear us?
If he can't hear us,
I can hear you now.
Maybe he's just giving you a reaction to.
No, I've got you now.
Maybe
he didn't like my question. My question was about the plainness of the artwork in your room. There's nothing there. Before, it's been spectacular. Today, it's lacking.
Now, I've got you now. I can hear you now. We had a little bit of a hiccup there with the internet connection, I believe. And you were talking about the decor. Yeah, it's a little more mundane than it was the last time I joined you. As soon as I check into a room, first thing I think about is how it's going to play on TV, you know. And I was a little bit disappointed when I checked in, and this is what I had. But you know, as the kids say, it is what it is. And you know, hopefully I've made up, you know, for the drab decor. You know?
Perhaps the question was too mundane. Let's finish with football. BYU against Georgia Southern. Obviously coming off a bye week and a Sun Belt opponent when BYU is ranked 14th. Vegas has a 20-point line. You expect BYU to roll, but what exactly do you want to see on Saturday as BYU prepares for, of course, that game and USC, a big game to close out the regular season?
Yeah, BYU's been a little bit out of sight, out of mind, right, for a couple of weeks between, you know, dropping down to FCS and having a bye week. And so you want to make a splash back, right? And you don't want to be too greedy, but you kind of want, you know, something close to a perfect game. You know, don't turn the ball over, score on most of your possessions, just look good and look like a team that's in the conversation Spencer and you were alluding to a few moments ago. You know, be in the New Year's Six mix by going out and doing to a team what you're expected to do. And so, you know, if the line is what it is, and you shared that a moment ago, you know, be better than that. Be dominant. Be impressive. You know, Tyler Algier is a Doak Walker candidate now. You know, feed the rock and let Tyler go to work and dominate a team that wants to, you know, probably limit your possessions and they play not, you know, traditional option football. You're not looking at triple option or wishbone, but you're looking at one of those true ride and decide, RPO, feel, pull it and throw it kind of vibes each snap. And so, you know, BYU had a similar type game last year at Coastal Carolina, not the caliber of opposition, mind you, but that we have to travel a couple time zones away, take on an offense you don't normally see all the time. Cougs have to be sharp in that respect as well.
Good stuff, Greg. We appreciate the time, man. Best of luck figuring out how to get some decor in there from the local stores. And we look forward to the call at 4 Eastern time on BYU Radio of women's soccer.
And soon enough, I'll be down joining Spencer by the forest and the freeway down there, and we'll have football on the weekend.
Awesome. Thanks, Greg.